Chapter 4: Shadow of the High Wire. Nancy carefully stored the green railway stub inside her handbag alongside the linen-wrapped emerald ring. "The baggage cars are parked along the spur line behind the fairgrounds," Nancy whispered to Bess, keeping her voice low as a pair of fortune wheel operators strolled past. "If the green ticket points to midnight, we have less than 3 hours to figure out which crate holds the secret." "Nancy, look!" Bess suddenly nudged her, pointing toward the main arena at the center of the midway. A spotlight burst to life above a towering metal scaffold, illuminating a thin steel wire stretched high across the darkness. A man in a shimmering silver costume stepped onto the narrow platform, balancing a long pole in his hands. "That's Flynn the Great," Bess recalled, reading from the colorful handbill she held. "The star aerialist. The poster says he just finished a big tour across Canada." Nancy's eyes narrowed as she watched the performer. Canada. Flynn was touring the exact same Canadian cities where the St. Laurent emeralds vanished last month. Before they could head toward the performance tent, a loud crash echoed from the nearby rigging area. Wooden crates tumbled to the ground, scattering ropes and canvas gear. Nancy and Bess hurried around the corner of the tent just in time to see a tall, shadowy figure duck behind a stack of painted props. Nancy stepped forward cautiously, sweeping her penlight over the fallen clutter. Lying among the broken wooden slats was a small velvet-lined case, forced open and empty. Near the latch, a smear of grease and red dirt matched the residue they had seen near Madame Zora's tent. "Someone was searching for something in a hurry," Nancy observed, kneeling down to inspect a fresh scrape mark on the lock. "Or someone was trying to hide evidence before the midnight show," a voice called out from the dark. Nancy and Bess turned to see Jasper Finch, the carnival's pyrotechnician, emerging from the shadows. He wore heavy leather gloves and carried a coil of thick manila rope over his shoulder. His expression was stern, but his gray eyes held a flicker of genuine anxiety. "You girls shouldn't be wandering back here," Jasper said, stepping closer. "The midway is safe enough, but the backstage area during setup is no place for patrons." "Mr. Finch," Nancy said politely, holding her ground, "we're looking for Madame Zora. Have you seen her since the flashbang went off near the high striker?" Jasper's jaw tightened. He glanced over his shoulder toward the high wire scaffold before looking back at Nancy. "Zora is a smart woman, Miss Drew. If she made herself scarce, she had a good reason. There are folk in this show who don't want old Canadian business brought into the light." "Canadian business?" Nancy pressed. "Are you talking about the train ticket?" Jasper stiffened, his hand gripping the coil of tightly. "I've said too much already. Just take my advice. Stay away from the baggage cars at midnight, or someone's going to take a very long fall." Want to read along? Get full chapter transcripts and new episode alerts sent straight to your inbox. Sign up using the link in the description box. Just copy and paste it into your browser.